Hello, hi, good afternoon, Facebook. Good afternoon, IG. Hello. Good afternoon. Let's see, let's get this right. How you guys doing? Hi, this is Elaine Proby here once again. Jumping on real quick to get you guys some more information. All right. Hi, Taj. Thanks for jumping on. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Elaine Proby here, CEO from PROBY'S Tax and Accounting. And today, Thursday, this is the day when we get to do our Q&A live. And we have a couple of topics. Well, one topic actually that's just going to be dealing with funding, right? Funding for your small business. That's what we're talking about today. So we're going to talk about maybe like 3 different ways to fund your small business, and that should give you enough information for you guys to go out there and make it happen, right? That's one of the things everybody needs to know, how to fund their small business. Hi, Inez. Thanks for jumping on. Hi, Dre. Hi, Tu. Hello. All right. Hi, Eleanor. Ooh, okay. All right, guys. So Elaine here again from PROBY'S Tax and Accounting, and today we're going to be discussing how to get funding for your small business. This topic everybody wants to know because, of course, that's usually the thing that drives the business and drives you so you can, become more successful. So we're going to talk about how to get funding for your small business today, okay? All right, so let's get started. Now, if you guys have any questions, remember to just keep them rolling, and then, because I'm going to go through this really fast, and I want you all to make some notes of some of these ways to get funding for your business. So just jot some notes down and, do some research so that you can take advantage of some of these opportunities that are out there for the business, okay? So what we're going to talk about today is 3 steps, different ways that you can fund your small business. And this business, whether or not you've been in business you just started a business, or you've been in business for several years, which is even better. And there's always a need for capital, right? Hi, Eleanor. When is the best place to file taxes? Okay, so I'm going to come back to that question. All right, so let's get into funding for your small business, guys. Let's get into funding for your small business. So, first of all, we want to make sure that your business is, it's up and running, let's say, for the most part. And then, of course, you have a business plan. You have a direction. You have a business plan. You want to make sure that you have that on point so that whoever you go to for funding, they have a good idea of the direction that your business is going in and the plan that you have for it, so they could really see where you're going. And then, of course, they will be more apt to give you some money. So one of the ways to start getting money for your business and to fund your business is using your own money, right? Personal. It's called self-funding. So self-funding, of course, guys, if you have a business, you believe in that business, you know that this business is going to be successful, you're going to make money. So first of all, you're the first person who knows that you're going to make your money back. So you should not have any problem investing or funding your own business. So let's start with that. So you want to make sure that you are going to be the first person to invest in your business. If you invest in yourself, if you invest in your business, other people would be interested in investing in it as well, right? So self-funding. Now, to fund a business yourself, you want to go back, check, maybe you have money in savings, maybe you have assets, right? Maybe you have assets you can get rid of, maybe you have that boat or that second car that you're not using. You might want to get rid of something like that. Of course, if you do, hi Marcus, if you do have, let's say, maybe a second property, maybe a property that has a lot of equity in it, right? So search your own resources first, okay? You're the number one person, and you will be the first person to invest in your business because you have to believe in what it is that you're doing. So search yourself, search your assets, anything that you can get rid of, you no longer need. And guess what? Once your business make money, you can always get the stuff back, right? So if you have a boat or something like that, you can get rid of it, a motorcycle, anything that you don't need at the moment because you need cash for your business, you can go ahead and get rid of it, get funding, and you invest it in your business. So self-funding, that's the number one, because if you put money in there from you, and then of course others will do it. Search your assets, search your cash, find ways to personally fund your business. You might also want to reach out to, say, friends and family, Okay, friends and family, you might want to reach out to friends and family. And of course, if you reach out to friends and family, guys, make sure that you have something in writing. Make sure they understand that this is an investment, right? And it's not a loan. Now, if it's just two different things, if you want to make them and get them invested in the business, you have to have some kind of documentation. Hi, Laverne, some kind of documentation stating what the deal is, what they're going to get for their investment, when they're going to get it, which is probably going to be indefinite because you don't know how the business is going to turn out. But just make sure that they understand if it's an investment or if it's a loan, okay? A loan, you got to pay it back. An investment, of course, if you lose, then they lose, all right? So friends and family, you can get, and self-funding, okay? So if your friends and family see that you believe in yourself and you put your money in it, they'll put money in there. All right, any question regarding that? This is the first way and one of the most efficient, obviously, because if you got the money, you will put it up, way of funding your small business. So any question regarding that? Lifestyle, let's see. Hi, Sally. Thanks for jumping on. All right. So today is the Q&A. I know Tuesday we made that a Q&A, but today is really the Q&A for your business. So if you guys have any questions, then make sure you ask them. Hi, Maria. All right, I'm fine. Thank you. Love to see you too. Okay, all right, so we're going to move on to another way for you to be able to fund your business. Guys, whether you've been in business for a while, because there's always a need to expand. There's always a need to interject additional capital. So, of course, you know, you can always use some additional money. Is that how you funded your business? Yes, that's how I funded my business. Of course, you know, I took what I had and I invested in the business. When I decided to really get a commercial location, I know that I needed to stay in that place for the business to grow, because actually I started my business out of my house. And of course, you know, as you start getting clients, you know, you need to move to a location where they can come. So you have to, you know, go to your own resource. Make sure that you can pay for your office space. You will need to set up, set up your office. You need to get all your equipment in there. You need to get your software. You need to do all that stuff. So you need to take, you know, what I did was took my own money and make that happen. Because once I was able to lay that out, of course, I was able to get more business in and make more revenue. And then that obviously will replace all the monies that you borrow from yourself, okay? So, and you can, that word, borrow from yourself, you make it a loan from you to the company, so you can pay yourself back once the business make money. Okay, so any other question? Okay, so yeah, you want to make sure that you invest in yourself, and others will, and make it clear if you have any friend or family that invest in your business and give you some money for funding for the business, then make sure that they know if it's a loan or if it's an investment. Have it documented on paper, and you guys know what the deal is, right? Okay. All right, so let's move on to the other way you can fund your business, you guys. There is a thing called, it's called angel investors, right? There's angel investors. And we're going to get to some of the traditional sources later. But the angel investors, these are people who invest in your business. Now, some Chamber of Commerce and, you know, some other organization might know who these people are, what they do. They have investment company. And hi, Michelle. They have investment company. They get together. They put money aside to assist small business. And there's a lot of these folks out there. The interest rate might be a little bit higher than the norm. However, you're in business to make money. So if you need the capital to expand in your business so you can make some more money, of course, then you pay this loan off as soon as possible. Now, some of the angel investors may want to get some equity in your business, and you may have to decide whether that's worth it or not, right? So then you will have to determine how much that is based on the amount of money they're willing to loan you. But again, most of the angel investors, they are in it to just invest money in a business, not necessarily to be a partner in it, not necessarily to regulate anything. They don't necessarily want to be on the board. They can also render assistance. They can render guidance. They can assist you to do some of the right things operationally and, to allow you to really be successful. So, hi, Michelle. All right, so yeah, so you can get money from angel investors. There's a lot of organizations, people who have gotten together and who have set monies aside into an investment account to assist small business. And this is a lot of that out there. And some of them may even have, like I said, a registration with your Chamber of Commerce, right? And so you can check with that, your local Chamber of Commerce, and see if it was a good referred or recommended investor. All right, so how do you determine the equity they would get? Okay, so that's a good question. How do you determine the equity, let's say, that the investor will get in your business? Now, first of all, you determine how much capital you need, right? How much capital you need for the business. And if you have already been up and running, you have an idea what your business is worth, because of course you're doing your financial statement, you know your income, you know what the profit is, you know the revenue. Then of course you have done your projection, you know what the business is capable of doing. So you will have to come up with a value for your company. So once you have a value for your business, and let's say someone is coming in that business, now you determine based on how much money they are willing to invest in the business. Based on that is how you determine the ratio of the equity. See, that's the question that you would give that person, right? So if you have if you have a business that has the potential, let's say, to exceed maybe $500,000 in the next year or so, let's say, just as an example, because of course that number can be different based on the business you're in, and someone wants to come in and invest maybe $10,000. So what you would do is you determine what is the ratio of that investment, okay, to the value of what you feel your business is worth. So maybe that might be a 5%, okay? That might be 10%. That might be, so that's how you determine what that is, based on the value that you base on the business, you place on your business, the potential revenue that business can make. This is how you determine what percentage you're going to give that individual who is willing to invest in your business. Hi, Dice. Okay. So I hope that answered your question, right? So that's how you determine that. Any other question regarding the investors? Will an investor need, that went by fast. Accounting? Will an investor need accounting? Yes. Anybody that's willing to invest in a business. And again, if it's a new business, they're going to need a good business plan, a good, sound business plan. You have got to let them know how you're going to make this money back. If you're already in business, right, they need a financial statement. They need to see how well you are operating, and they want to see, how your expenses are broken down, making sure that you are running the business effectively before they even invest any money in the business, right? So they want to make sure that you're doing the right thing. Because you have to be able to create the revenue and be able to have the net profit to be able to pay back this money, right? So they want to make sure you're doing the right thing with it. All right. So accounting, guys, accounting is more important than anything else, especially if you're trying to fund your business. You have to have proper record keeping. You must do your accounting. And of course, you must file your taxes. They will all ask you for that documentation, okay? So, all right. Any other question regarding that? Hi, Aloma. Thanks for jumping on. All right. Let's see what we got over here. Lifestyle. Thank you for jumping in. So any other question, guys? So a couple of ways you can fund your business. One, of course, the self-funding part. And then, of course, friends and family. That goes along with self-funding as well. And then the investors, right? And the investors, some of them would become partners in the business, if that's the deal that they got. And others are just going to be maybe silent investors. They don't want to operate the business. They don't want to run the business. They're in business to invest so they can make a return on their investment. So they don't have time to really come in and run your business. They want to depend on you to make sure that you're doing that efficiently and you're going to make it successful so they can get their money back, right? Okay, so, all right, guys. So for those of you who just jumped on, I'm Elaine PROBY'S, CEO of PROBY'S Tax and Accounting here in Los Angeles, California. You guys can reach us at 323-290-9034 or visit our website at probiztax.com. And, any of these questions that you don't have on the board today, you can go ahead and call us and we can answer them for you. All right. Okay. So I'll move on to another way that you can fund your business. So today we're talking about how you fund your business, okay? So the third way of funding your business is to get loans. There are micro loans out there by various companies. There are a lot of community development agencies. Check in your town, your city, and see about getting in touch with community development agencies. Now, these community development agencies are formed to assist you. One, they assist you in even developing business plans. A lot of them have departments that assist in developing your business plan. So you can have a sound business plan, because when you come to them, you have to have a good business plan. You have to have your accounting. So they will assist you in develop that part of your business so that you can get funding. So there's a question here. How long does it take to establish credit in your business, get SBA and other business loans? How long? Okay, so to establish credit, they generally look at, say, a 2-year history, right? A 2-year history as far as being in business. And what a lot of folks want, what you want to do is establish business credit. You have to start off with your own credit, because you got to guarantee. First of all, you got to have personally guarantee these loans, and they're going to base it on your credit because the business may not have any credit. So what you have to start doing is every purchase that your business make, any large purchase, whether it's vehicle, any large purchase the business make, you want to be able to have the business purchase the item, and then you want to be the person that guarantee the purchase, so you can start establishing business credit. So if the business doesn't have, I'll say like a 2-year period, which is pretty good, they generally look at that. If the business doesn't have any credit, of course you're going to be guaranteeing it, and you want to have at least a good sound 2 years of established credit. Let's see, how long does, all right, I think that answered that. Okay, for your new business, yeah. Okay, so until the new business establishes its own credits, then being able to stand on its own 2 feet, then you have to be the person to guarantee it. So after, let's say, a couple of years and good sound credit, you guys can establish credit, do large purchases, maybe get some credit card in the business name, and then of course, get the business to be able to get its own credit, and they can do their own application. All right. I've been hearing about the COVID-19 loans that you don't have to pay back. How do I qualify for that? Okay, so the COVID-19 loans, this is what happens with that loan. There is an SBA loan, right? The SBA loan, which is the COVID-19 loan, which is given to businesses who have been affected by the disaster. What it is you can apply for that loan. Now, that's a loan, you do have to pay the loan back. But what they do have is a grant. They have a grant that comes along with that loan based on how many employees you have. And if you get the money for the employees, which is $1,000 per employee that works for your business, that you don't have to pay back. So how do I qualify for that? And then, of course, to apply for that loan job, what you have to have, and anybody else out there that needs this information, you just have to have the revenue been in business before February 20th of 2020, before the disaster hit. And then all you need to have is your business information, if it's incorporated, your federal ID number, and then your revenue, how much money you made before the disaster. And that's all you need. Go to the SBA website and apply for that loan, okay? And this is a COVID-19, so the rules are a little bit more relaxed in terms of getting that loan. But right now, today, because we're speaking of loan, there is some other SBA loans that, we'll just speak on briefly. Okay, so hope that answered your question. All right. Okay, so let's move on to, the community banks that I was saying that you can go. They have departments that assist you with writing your business plan, and also they get you ready for a lending. Some of them are able to loan money to you as a business personally, and then some of them sends you to other lending agency, right? And there are some major banks that put money aside for smaller community banks and lenders to be able to give to small business. So if you go to one of the large banks, say National Bank or some large bank, and maybe you're not qualified because maybe you haven't been in business long enough, maybe you haven't had enough credit established, and so what they do, they have a second tier of a funding agency, and these guys, they put money into these other funding agencies to be able to loan to small businesses, you know. And they have like these micro loans. Some of them doesn't need a whole lot of guarantee if it's less than $25,000. If it's a $10,000 cash loan, some of them is just a signature loan. So just look into your community funding agencies and check and make sure that, you know, there's one in your area, because I think they have them all over. And you know, you can go there and get information on how to apply for a loan. Okay. Any other question over here? Okay. Any other question, you guys? Now, this is a Q&A today, and you know, and it's all about getting funding for your business, because that is the key that obviously is going to drive us to the next level until a business is able to market itself and the business is totally established. And then, of course, operations is going to allow you to be able to have enough profit so that you can technically fund yourself. If you want to expand, you'll have enough revenue, enough profit to fund yourself. Do I qualify for SBA COVID-19 loan if I contracted my workers? So, John, if your workers are all contracted, if your workers are all contractors, they're not employees, but you can put yourself down as one employee, and they'll give you the advance of $1,000. So if everybody else is contractors, they won't be. You can't put them down as employees. So just you as one employee, and then they'll advance you $1,000. Okay. All right. So hopefully that helped. Go to the SBA website and apply for that loan. All right, guys. So let's see. There's something else. Hi, Tamika. Thanks for jumping on. All right, guys. So let's move on to the next way of funding your business. A part of the community funding. There are, like I said, in Southern California, there's a lot of business development agencies, and I want you guys to, if you're here, tap into that and get some information on what you need to do to be qualified. Now, I do know that you must have your business plan, especially if you're new. And if you have been in business, you got to have your accounting. Accounting, right? This is the key. You got to have proper accounting records. You must do your accounting. And then if you've been in business over a year, you have to have your tax returns. Okay, you must have that. And of course, they also will look to make sure that you are qualified. So they want to make sure the people who are running the business are qualified. So a personal financial statement and say your personal resume, they want to make sure that whoever is running the business can run the business effectively, can run it efficiently, and it's going to make it grow and obviously make a lot of money so you can pay the loan back. You have to show the ability to pay the loan back, whether it's with projection or whether you are already, you know, making some revenue. They need to see that. Let's see. I only have a DBA. Still apply. Yes, you can still apply. You can still apply. You can apply as yourself. On the first line, put your name on the first line, and then put your DBA on the second line of the loan application. Yes, you can. All right. Good question. Okay, any other questions out there, guys? Okay, this is Elaine Proby, CEO of PROBY'S Tax and Accounting here in Los Angeles. I want you guys to visit our website and check out all of our services. And, you know, if you need any help from us, feel free to give us a call, 323-290-9034. Started to be in 2018. Yes. Yeah, you started in 2018. Yes, you're good. You're good. As long as you've been in business before February of 2020. So that's good. Very good. Just when you go in there, they're going to ask you when you start your business. Just put the date on there. Okay, that's perfect. Okay. All right. Any question, guys? Any question? All right. Let's see. You are giving great info. Thank you. Thank you, Ja. Appreciate that. That's the whole idea. Okay, guys. So this session, the question and answer, is to be able to help you to get your business, keep your business afloat. Okay, stay up and running for you guys to expand your business and get the necessary funding so you can be able to do that. Because once you start generating money, of course, like I said, you will be able to fund yourself. And if you have any investors, you can pay all of them back. And any other business loan, you can pay that back, you know, once you're making money. But you need the funds to be able to get there, okay? You need the funds to be able to get there. So without it, your business will be stagnated, of course, and unless you're generating revenue right off, okay? So I think that is going to cover the loan funding. There's so many ways you can fund your business, but the three that I wanted to talk about today is that self-funding. I'm just going to recap that real quick. The self-funding, and part of the self-funding, you can ask friends and relatives to assist you there. Research your assets. So, you know, if you have any assets sitting around, you have equity in a property, you got a property you can sell, you got a boat you can sell, you know, get that money, because guess what? You can always buy that stuff back. So that's the self-funding part. If you invest in yourself, the banks and the investors will invest in you as well. They need to know you believe in what you're doing, right? So do I have to make money in order to qualify? Yes, you have to have revenue. They give you the loan based on the revenue that you made 12 months before the disaster. So you have to have some revenue that you have made that you lost because of COVID. So, and I know you made some money. You've been active, so that's what you need to put on that form. Okay. So you've been active, so you made some money. I need to put that money on the form so they can see what you made before the disaster hit. Right. Okay, any more questions over here? Let's see, any questions, you guys? So I just want to make sure that that you're aware that instead of trying to do it all by yourself, you know, if you run out of your own resources, you want to reach out and make sure that you know, at least you invest in the business. Now you have invested yourself in the business, you invested your money in the business. You want to reach out and get some funding from elsewhere. Let's see, Lee, is this a good time to try to get a loan for your business? This is an excellent time to try to get a loan for your business, guys, because right now, you know, especially SBA, you're awesome. Thank you, John. Especially an SBA loan, like I said earlier, the SBA loans are a lot more looser. They're not as stringent as they normally are when it comes to getting a regular SBA loan. And they have all different type of SBA loan. Like I said, they have the micro loan, which you don't have to have any personal guarantee after $25,000. But this is a good time to get it because they're not relying heavily on the fact that you have to provide 2 years of financial statement, and you have to provide your personal, you know, financial statement and all this other stuff. You have to have the asset for, or provide an asset list for guarantee. So now they base it strictly on, you know, they look at the credit report, make sure that, you know, at least you're in good standings there to some degree, and then of course your revenue that you make prior to the disaster. And then other lending agencies, they're a lot more relaxed about giving you loans now because they know that they want to help you grow and help you stay afloat and help the economy grow. So they're much more willing to give you a loan now. So this is a very good time to get a loan, guys. Very good time. You know, I appreciate you sharing this information. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Okay, so the idea is, you know, to share the free info so everybody can become successful. And then, of course, you know, our business here, we provide financial service, income taxes, accounting, you know, business consultation, guys. We have a payroll service as well. And, you know, if you want to set up a business, you want to change from being a sole proprietor to become incorporated. If you have a nonprofit, you know, we provide those services here as well at PROBY'S Tax and Accounting. So this information is free of charge. You guys don't have to pay anything for it. No consultation fee here, but we can assist you further if you need help with anything else. Okay, and then which will allow you to get more funding to grow your business and stay in business. All right, so does that cover that? Any questions over here? Any more questions? Dre, any question over here? All right, you guys are good. You guys are good. So, all right, so I think that will cover it because I don't want to get you guys all wrapped up in all the different ways, but just be aware that if you start with yourself, then you can get other people to believe and invest in you. Some people is going to want some equity in your business, and others won't. They just want to invest and get money back. Should I get my taxes and accounting done before trying to get funding for my business? I am operating already. Yes. So yeah, you want to make sure, look, if you have been in business, over a year, you have to have your taxes filed. So if your business was formed, let's say in 2019, you should be filing your 2019 taxes. You want to have your taxes filed already if that's your business start date. Anything prior to the date that you are going to apply for funding, you need to have your taxes done. You need to have first of all, you need to have your accounting done so you can get your taxes done. As a business owner, I want to make sure that you guys keep proper records. You have to keep your accounting records. You can't go anywhere and look for funding, look for assistance from anybody, because they need to see how well you're doing. And you need to know how well you're doing, because you need to evaluate your financial condition. You need to see if you're overspending money in any area, because you may be able to fund yourself if you are doing the right thing with your business, okay? So you have to have your taxes done. If it's over a year, you need to have your financial statement done. You have to have your financial statement done. And let me tell you, not just at the end of the year, you need interim financial statement. If you go to a bank today, they're going to ask you for a financial statement for the first 6 months. They're going to say what happened in the first 6 months, not what happened in 2019. You have to stay current with that stuff. So good question. Yes, you must have your accounting done. And once again, like I said, if you guys need help with that, any assistance, that is what PROBY'S Tax and Accounting do. We do accounting for your business. Of course, we do the taxes for your business. You know, you can give us a call if you need any help with that, and or go to our website and upload your information out of a secure portal. Okay. All right, that was a very good question. Very good question. As a business, you have to keep doing that. All right. So I think that will cover the loan situation. If anybody has any other questions, put it down here on the screen. I'll come back through here and answer those questions for you, or you can call the office. Thank you, thank you. All right. Yes, I appreciate that. Okay, guys, so I'm going to wrap it up today because, you know, we want to make sure that you don't get too inundated with this information. Just get enough information that you can use. Check your community banking lending agencies. They will point you in the right direction. They will also, so a lot of them have departments, even the SBA have departments that will assist you in your business plan, okay? And the SBA have a department called SCORE. They help you with your business plan and everything else that you may need. Okay, thank you for your great info. All right, so I think that's it. We covered it. And you guys will be back next week with more update on information for your business. I hope you guys follow some of these instructions. And if you already in the process of doing any of this stuff, okay, then just be persistent. Be persistent. One of the things that they do say is you have to be persistent, and then you have to be, you know, have your business plan, and you have to be persistent with it, okay? And then it makes funding a lot easier. All right, so I think with that, I'm going to go, and you guys, wish you guys a wonderful day. You guys stay safe, follow instructions, and make sure that you get your taxes done before July 15th or file an extension. So I'd be remiss if I don't tell you that. Get your taxes done before July 15th. That's the tax deadline this year, or file an extension, okay? PROBY'S Tax and Accounting here in Los Angeles. I think that's it. Any questions over here? All right. I think we're good. All right, so I will see you guys back here next week at PROBY'S Tax and Accounting Facebook and IG page. You guys take care of yourself, and I will talk later. Bye-bye.